Hello, welcome to ASTROcard YouTube channel. Here are some tips on how to read natal charts using ASTROcard. First ASTROcard tip, have accurate information. Make sure you have exact, accurate, and detailed information on birth date, birth time, if available, and place of birth. Second ASTROcard tip, memorize the glyphs, symbols, and learn the meanings of the houses, planets, signs, asteroids, nodes, and other astrological information. You can find all these terms in the ASTROcard Symbols Flashcard set. Glyphs are simply the symbols and how it looks like. So for zodiac signs, there's glyphs, aka symbols. For the planets, there are glyphs. Third ASTROcard tip, learn the meaning of key astrology vocabulary words. Start to create a list of key vocabulary words to learn. This will help you interpret a natal chart. Some helpful vocabulary words to learn include stellium, retrograde, aspects, orbs. You can find all these terms in ASTROcard Astrology Flashcard set. Fourth ASTROcard tip, know what's important in a natal chart and focus on that. The angles are important. The angles are the ascendant, aka the first house, the fourth house, aka the IC, the seventh house, also known as the descendant, and the 10th house, which is also known as midheaven, MC also. The angles in astrology are important because they represent different areas in your life, such as the ascendant, which is your identity. The fourth house is your home, your childhood, your surroundings, habits. The seventh house is all about relationships, business partnerships, romance, marriage. The 10th house can represent career, reputation, all these sorts of things which are important. And the angles are also known as the cardinal sign houses because they're ruled by the 4 cardinal signs. Stelliums are also important. Stelliums are 3 or more planets in the same house or 3 or more planets in the same sign. Stelliums are important because it shows where a large amount of energy be concentrated in. For example, if you have a stellium in the 8th house, that means that a lot of your energy and your personality is focused in on the 8th house. Another angle in figuring out what's important in your natal chart is introversion, extroversion, which could be found in the different hemispheres in astrology. So where a large concentration of planets, energy, and activity is in your natal chart. So say there's a large portion of planets in your natal chart in the northern hemisphere, that means something, or in the southern hemisphere, and it could point to you being more social or outward, which is extroversion, or more introverted and inwardly focused. Lastly, you should also focus on conjunctions, squares, sextile aspects, which are important. By the way, aspects are the relationship between 2 planets, like a conjunction, square, sextile. You should also look at the retrograde planets that are aspect to your north node, and asteroids. And the fifth ASTROcard tip is to figure out patterns in the natal chart and in your natal chart. Try to figure out patterns in your natal chart and other people's natal charts. For example, if you notice there are a lot of retrograde planets or a lot of squares in the chart, that's important. If you notice that there are a lot of trines or there are a lot of energy in a certain house, aka like a stellium or something like that, that's very important. And also notice things that are least aspected. Another example is to notice things in a natal chart that is lacking. So if there's lack of water, if there's lack of air, that's important. If there's a lack of squares, that's also important, because if a chart is full of trines, it can mean perhaps that someone is lazy or gets things very easily, so they're not as motivated. By figuring out different patterns, it will focus your energy and your time. Sixth ASTROcard tip, reflect on your life and past experiences. This is very important if you're looking into natal charts and doing chart readings. You have to know yourself. You have to reflect on your life and your past experiences and relate them back to your natal chart and to other people's natal charts. It's very important to know yourself and just to reflect on your experiences, because it provides unique perspectives and it also helps you to understand the different biases you have in terms of different astrology energy and how that can affect your reading and your interpretation of your natal chart or other people's natal charts. It's important also because you'll be able to understand your strengths and focus on perhaps your weaknesses and again your biases, which is very important in interpreting natal charts. A bonus ASTROcard tip: practice makes perfect. Practicing and familiarizing reading natal charts, whether it's your own, your family members, friends, neighbors, co-workers, strangers, it's important to get as much information and practice as you can. And experience is the best thing. The more you do it, the better you are at it. Like, that is a fact on period. Thank you so much, and I hope all this helps. And if you're interested in purchasing ASTROcard Astrology Symbols and Vocabulary Flashcard set, you can purchase it on Ecwid and Etsy. Thank you so much, and bye.